This is Scott Manning coming to you live from Scott Manning YouTube Sports Talk. I want to thank all my viewers for being with me here this morning. I'm going to take a few minutes. The 2018 Major League Baseball opening day has come and gone. I've got 5 games I want to talk about, and when I'm done talking about those 5 games, I'm going to take you right to my closing thoughts on this day as we get ready for the second day of the Major League Baseball season. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The Chicago Cubs didn't waste no time taking care of the Miami Marlins 8-4. Ian Happ hit his first home run right on in the very first pitch of the season. Anthony Rizzo had a home run into the upper deck in the second inning. Now I will say this, Cubs pitching was a little bit shaky. John Lester only went 3 1/3 innings. That's not very good if you're a starting pitcher. But when you got Ian Happ, Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Schwarber, who can do a lot of damage with the bat, that means a lot. The Cubs are off to a great start. And for Ian Happ to hit his first home run in the very first pitch of the season, that says a lot. The Cubs and Marlins face off today. They face off this evening, I think. I don't have the time for that. But the Cubs won last night 8-4, and that was a big win for the Cubs. So go Cubs, go! In Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to go today. But anyway, let's move on. The Houston Astros. They're starting their World Series title defense with a big win, with a 4-1 victory over the Texas Rangers yesterday. George Springer led off with a home run, in the 2017 World Series MVP is picking up right where he left off. But I will say this, Justin Verlander. Last year he came over from the Tigers. He came to Houston, won his first World Series crown. He pitched in a very well 6 innings. He had 4 hits, only had 5 strikeouts, and that was a great pitching performance by Justin Verlander yesterday to give the Astros 6 solid innings. Astros manager A.J. Hinch said yesterday after the game, he said, "I'm glad we have Verlander for a longer period of time. We can use him, and we can do a lot of damage with him, and we can do a lot. He's going to be something very special here in Houston." And I'm going to be honest with you, folks. Everything that Astros manager A.J. Hinch said after that game yesterday, he's about spot on. I feel good about the Astros. They're starting their World Series title defense on a positive note. I'll give him that, and I'm going to be honest with you. The Astros are going to be tough this year. Just say it now. The Astros are going to be tough. You got Verlander. You got George Springer. Don't forget about Jose Altuve. He can be very dangerous, too. So keep that in mind. And now let's move on. The New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Giancarlo Stanton, his first game in a Yankee uniform, he hit 2 monster home runs in that ball game yesterday. He went 3 for 5 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a double. Last year, Stanton was the National League MVP when he played for the Miami Marlins. And I'm going to say this now. The New York Yankees are going to be very tough too, and here's why. You got Giancarlo Stanton, last year's National League MVP and last year's National League Home Run Derby champion. And on top of that, you have Aaron Judge, last year's Home Run Derby champion in the American. He was last year's American League MVP. And if you remember right, Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge went at it in the Home Run Derby last year. And Aaron Judge did pretty good. He went 2 for 4 with a double and a walk yesterday. So the Yankees did beat the Blue Jays 6-1. So congrats to them. They did what they needed to do. And I'm going to tell you something. This year, the New York Yankees are going to be tougher than ever. Because you got Aaron Judge. You've got Giancarlo Stanton. The double threat in the Bronx. And a possibility of another New York Yankees World Championship, if this keeps up, may become a reality. So watch out if you have to go watch out in the Bronx. Now the other game I want to talk about. The Giants and the Dodgers. Who saw that game last night? Joe Panik hit a solo home run off of Clayton Kershaw, and that held up. Ty Black for the Giants. He pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits and 3 strikeouts. Hunter Strickland got the save. Clayton Kershaw, and I feel so bad for this guy. He pitched 6 solid innings, 8 hits, 1 home run, but he had 7 strikeouts. To have a great performance like that at Dodger Stadium and lose in that manner, it's a sad feeling. I feel bad for Clayton. He pitched his heart out yesterday. Ty Blackie did fantastic for the Giants yesterday in their victory, and I'll give you that. So last year's National League champions are off to a bad start. And I'm going to be honest with you. The Dodgers need to get hot now because they have the Giants tonight. And I'm going to say it now. If Clayton Kershaw if Clayton Kershaw gives up a home run and the Dodgers offense can't do anything, it's going to be a long season in LA. And the Los Angeles Dodgers, if they played like that, they only had like 3 or 4 hits last night, and that was it. The offense has got to get going, or otherwise they're going to be out of it before the All-Star break. I shouldn't sound like that, but that's just the way I feel. Now, for all you Cleveland Indians fans, you guys are going to hate me. The Mariners beat the Indians 2-1 last night. Nelson Cruz had a 2-run home run in the first inning, and that held up. Corey Kluber, he had 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, that 2-run shot, that's what killed him. He had 8 strikeouts. Felix Hernandez for the Mariners, he pitched 5 1/3, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Edwin Diaz struck out 3 to get the save last night. And here's the sad part about it. With a runner on third, the Indians had a runner on third in the ninth. Tyler Naquin and Yan Gomes both struck out. How sad is that for the Cleveland Indians? And I'll tell you, the Mariners, and all you Mariner fans out there in Seattle and all over the country and all over the Northwest, you better be thanking Nelson Cruz for that 2-run shot last night. Because that's what held up. And it held up. Hard to believe. You'll have to excuse me. I'm an Indians fan. Yes, I will say it now. I admit. However, we got a long way to go. It's just the first game. There's a long way to go in the season. So, folks, there are the 5 games right there. And now I'm going to give some quick closing thoughts on this Major League Baseball opening day. We saw it all. From monster shots to the Yankees. Possibly they could be on their way to a 100-win season. They've got the double threat. They've got the pitching. The Houston Astros, last year's world champions, are starting their title defense off in a very positive way with a victory over the Texas Rangers. What about Clayton Kershaw? Gives up a solo home run, and the Dodgers still lose. That solo shot for the Giants and Joe Panic held up. But what about the Baltimore Orioles? They've got their 3rd straight home opening day win. So my congrats to the Orioles on that. I didn't put that down. I never thought about that. So the 2018 opening day has come and gone. So I look at it like this, people. 1 down, 161 more to go. It's a very long season. The season just started, and there's a whole lot of baseball left to be played. So 1 down, 161 more to go. And also, too, before I forget, the Nationals and the Reds got rained out. They will play this afternoon. And the Pirates and the Tigers got rained out yesterday as well. I think they'll both have double headers today, if my memory serves me correctly. But what an opening day. Who will come out on top in the end? Only time will tell that. Well, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in this morning. I want to thank you for coming on board and tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Scott Manning. It's very simple. No fancy schmancy nickname or anything like that. Just Scott Manning, plain and simple. You guys have a wonderful day. I thank you. And also, too, tune in tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. on Facebook for Scott Manning Facebook Sports Talk Live. I will be talking sports and talking about the weekend sports and getting ready for the following week. Getting ready for a very important Saturday. I have 3 shows. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I will do my breakfast show. I have an 11 o'clock p.m. wrap-up on Saturday night. And I will do my weekend wrap-up at 6 o'clock on Monday night. So I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also have an account. I also have a Facebook account where I do my Facebook sports shows. I also go live on those. And you guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you.